Usually in shows where contestants are confined and forced to spend a lot of time with each other, they develop friendships and sometimes even feelings. But it's safe to say, Hell's Kitchen is a different animal when it comes to reality television, and thus, we see rivalries occur between the contestants instead. What's going on, guys? I'm FlynnMasters, and today, we'll be looking at some of the greatest rivalries in Hell's Kitchen history. As disclaimer, these are rivalries that lasted a majority of the season, as I'll actually be doing a video next week on short-lived / one episode rivalries. Be sure to subscribe and like for more HK content like this, and with that, let's take a look back at some of Hell's Kitchen's most iconic rivalries.
Bloody hell, here I go again.
The first true rivalry in HK was actually more of a trio rivalry, with that being between Jen, Corey, and Christina from season 4. This rivalry started in episode 2, when Corey nominated the other two simply because she didn't like them. And safe to say, this didn't exactly go over well with Jen and Christina.
You ain't finna get rid of me. Not that easy. You done now, Blondie, you done it up. She is a dumbass blonde for making a decision like that. Hold it together, Christina. She ain't getting rid of me.
You threw me under the bus.
So what?
What you said was vindictive and hateful.
Yet despite this moment happening in episode 2, these three ladies would spend essentially the entire season with each other, as they would be the final 3 OG Red Team members standing, and made up 3 of the final 4. So between Corey's schemish play to start, and these 3 ladies duking out the entire season to one-up each other, it seemed like in essentially every episode, the trio were going at it in some way. But at the same time, it was a competitive rivalry as well, where the 3 would put their differences aside to produce a good service when need be.
I definitely want to get rid of Corey the first opportunity that I get. I need her to get through service, but I do not like her.
I called it. I said that damn filet was too little.
Jen said that, no, she was pretty much thought it was my fault. I lost the competition for them. Don't call me out in front of everybody.
You get the hell up out of this kitchen, boy. Of course, she has a small brain. She knows she messed up. Damn. If you put Christine up, it's a good chance she'll leave. And that's one annoying person that I wouldn't mind losing straight up.
Completely fine with it. We kind of want to switch it up at the last minute to get rid of Christina, so I think it's going to end up getting ugly. As chef, Christina, she started off rocky on apps. I don't want to be mean, but it definitely felt a little bit good.
It's all up.
Me and Christina hate each other. We do, but we work so good together, and that's how it should work all the time in the kitchen.
Everything else in the window.
Service, please. Go 12 top. Let's go.
Arguably the first true one-on-one rivalry though came a season later, and surprisingly, it didn't involve Lacey, as she was more so just a punching bag for the other chefs as opposed to having any true rivals. The big rivalry this season came between Carol and Andrea. Ironically, this rivalry started after Lacey left the red team, as after Carol and Andrea struggled to communicate with each other during the episode 5 service, it was officially on, as basically out of nowhere, these two seemingly hardworking ladies were constantly getting into it with each other, going from 2 frontrunners to completely overshadowed by the likes of Paula and Danny, as it seemed like they're more focused on each other as opposed to the actual competition in front of them.
What about Monterey Jack?
I don't know what Andrea's doing. Personally, I'm ready to take a needle and thread and just sew her lips closed.
It's tough to be around Carol. Her stubbornness, it kind of affects everybody.
Oh no, look, it's still going back that way.
Carol, every time she opens her mouth, it drives me insane.
Andrea and I have not gotten along from day one. We fake it, and we both know we're faking it. She feels that she is the leader and will not budge down from that. That rubs me the wrong way.
We're not right.
Yeah, I mean, I get that.
You got the fries?
Yes, they're not ready!
I asked you, I didn't see it getting done. Stop.
I've never wanted to punch somebody so bad in a kitchen before. Like, dude, get the off my station.
You know what, Carol? No more help.
As mentioned with Lacey, and in general about other iconic villains within the show's history, they don't have any specific rivalries per se, as they just simply get into it with basically everyone across the season. But Hell's Kitchen's most iconic villain in Elise absolutely did have herself a rival in each of her seasons. In season 9, it was Carrie, as Elise simply viewed her as a weak link, and made this very clear to her throughout the season, leading to many, many confrontations.
Just let it chill for a minute. Oh my God, the mere sight of Carrie irritates me. Dang, back up off my arm, dog. Watch out. Get off.
Oh, God, I just want to...
I don't put up raw chicken.
What happened tonight?
Hold up, I'm talking. I'm talking.
I'm tired of hearing you
The
talk.
second
That's all you ever
service,
do.
you weren't in the kitchen. I ran to meat station and we ran to victory.
What happened tonight?
Now,
What about with that
now.
wall? What
So
about
what?
the
I didn't give up. So what? I didn't give up. Shut up, I'm talking.
I'm not trying to make anyone feel
Okay,
like
I'm just
inferior.
telling you what you said.
Elise, can I
And you
please
definitely
talk
don't make
What?
You're a trifling ass bitch.
Are you kidding me?
I'm
Don't
taking
have
this
to yell
serious.
at me. I'm right
You better
here.
get out of my face. Blah, 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 blah. Get
Hey.
up out my face.
But then in an opposite situation in All Stars, Elise's rival was Michelle, as she knew Michelle was a frontrunner to win, and thus used her trademark intimidation techniques and general nasty attitude to try to get the best of her. Heck, she even made an alliance with Jennifer to get her out, the same person she backstabbed and also fought with a ton in season 9. So yeah, maybe you could argue this is more so a one-sided rivalry as opposed to an actual head-to-head rivalry, but either way, it's definitely iconic.
She's not necessarily a team player, and I think that she needs to step it up a notch.
Okay, it's game on. She better hope I go home tonight. It's on now, baby. Just know. Just know.
It's been on since the beginning. It's a competition.
It's really on. It's really on.
At least you're not consistent. You're not consistent either. Your lamb was raw today.
Because you were running around frazzled, not knowing where
you kept opening the oven.
You put me up there hoping, but you should know better. I'm coming for you. You said that I'm not a team player.
No.
Yes, you did.
First of all, I was put on the spot.
What, your brain doesn't work? You ain't ever going to be the cause of me going home. I didn't sacrifice too much. I have too much passion.
But you're not
don't know
listening.
me.
You won't even let me explain.
When we talk, it's going to be about dinner service, challenges, food-related things. Don't ask me how your ponytail looks, because I don't care. I'm not playing nice anymore. I'd rather Benjamin had picked me to be on his team, because I probably would have given 250% to make sure that he had a great service.
You're filling in your station, yeah?
What do you see me doing?
Oh, everybody, not just you. Like we all
well, you
need to
said
pick up-
Elise, and that's exactly
Elise,
what I'm
just
doing.
yes?
That's what I'm doing, is what
Okay,
I'm saying.
then just say yes, please.
I'm not saying yes.
She wants to have attitude, that's fine. I know how to deal with it because I've been dealing with it this entire season.
While this next pick isn't necessarily a rivalry due to the hatred between the chefs, I feel like I have to include it, with that being Millie and Megan's rivalry from season 14. The two of them were both obvious standout chefs from their respective teams, and they both recognized that, and thus were always trying to one-up each other. This happened when they went against each other in challenges, and when Megan was switched to the blue team.
But I like the crispiness on the outside. Good job.
Yes, sir. My God. Chef Ramsay liked it. I guess I pulled it off.
Wow. For me, the hero is the good use of cheese. That's one of the best enchiladas I've ever tasted. Congratulations, Megan. Good job. Great job. Millie, you were up against some stiff competition. That was a good dish.
Megan is the best person on the red team. We've been going head-to-head since the first signature dish. If I want to be the best, I go against the best. So here we go, once again.
Megan presents her squid with a walnut puree.
This is really Greek food on a different level.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's fragrant.
That's a solid 4.
I'm going to give it a 5.
Thank you.
Wow.
But Millie hopes his squid with sweet potato will be the one that finally defeats Megan.
It just misses.
Megan, great job.
Again, I keep losing to Megan. Megan, you better watch out. If we get another chance, I'm coming right for you. I'm looking at Megan, and she got lamb lollipop. Like, how does a shrimp hush puppy measure up to a lamb lollipop? Millie, you gotta sell it.
55% of you said that this dish was your favorite. And that dish belongs to Millie. Yes! Congratulations.
Thank y'all. Oh, it feels great to prove myself as an individual. I can't believe it right now.
In a somewhat similar friendly rivalry between two talented chefs, this one actually lasted all the way to the finale, with that being Kristen and Ariel's rivalry in season 15. This is also similar to Corey and Christina's rivalry as well, as despite the two having their issues, they'll be able to put their differences aside to put out good services when the time came, which again, would earn these two ladies a spot in the finale.
This could use a little bit more. Did you go in the oven with this?
No. She went in the oven with it. Ariel is just like a toddler, and she wants to find something to with me.
Lied to Chef about the steak because you did put it in the oven.
I didn't lie to Chef about the steak. I said I put it in the oven for like 2-3 minutes.
No, she said, did you put it in the
It's
oven?
none of your business.
You know what? I'm gonna lock you in your room for a minute and you guys can work it out. Go ahead.
You asked me what the issue was.
I know,
told
I
you.
understand
Why
what-
are you talking? Let me talk then, because you don't know what the issue is.
It was a practice for a reason. You don't need to sit there and be like, you lied to Chef. You did this.
Even when I'm talking, Kristen,
All right,
I
this
say,
is stupid.
and I
This
say,
is unprofessional.
Okay,
I'm
you
done.
like that.
I'm done with this
So
conversation.
you already know that we have agitation. Why would you be disrespectful? Kristen and I don't get along that well. But at the same time, no matter how much Kristen and I don't like each other, we work very well in service.
Ariel, give me a poke. Just give me a poke.
They feel tight, but I think you're good.
Walking Chef.
Nicely cooked.
Thank you, Chef. I can hate Ariel at 9 a.m., but at the end of service, I want to hug the bitch because she pushed us through service, you know?
Oh my God. I'm on fire right now. I'm really proud of myself.
Ariel's gonna put up a fight, and I'm so ready to take her down.
In season 6, we got an interesting rivalry between Suzanne and Tennille. What made this rivalry so unique was that it started with Suzanne's holier-than-thou attitude compared to Tennille, who had a slow start to the season. But as time went on, Tennille would end up being the standout chef as Suzanne became extremely inconsistent throughout the season. The dynamic between these two made this rivalry one of many things that make season 6 so iconic.
Any season there. Do it again.
Tennille, stop dictating what to do. Like, get out of here, I got it.
Get it done.
I won't take your I just can't imagine somebody being in a restaurant never having been taught the proper way to peel a shrimp. Like, really?
You can clean shrimp. Good for you. You're not even a good person.
Look, they're boiled.
That happens when you put too much oil in the pan.
Suzanne likes to hear herself talk. She needs somebody to smack her in her face and tell her to shut the hell up.
Tennille, if you sink our ship, I'm gonna be pissed.
Putting you up.
Because?
You stunk it up. You try to throw people under the bus. Say, Chef, we'll be ready in 2 minutes. Chef, we'll be ready in 3 minutes. We'll be ready. That's what this is about.
Well, man.
If I didn't have to put 2 people up, you'd be going up by yourself.
It pisses me off that my team doesn't believe in me. I believe it's personal.
This is a prime example of what I'm talking about. She was going to lead you to believe that this was personal. And that's what she does, throw people under the bus, Chef. Chef, she keeps saying she had to push, 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 because she put us behind. That's why we had to push, push, push.
Are you done?
Yes, Chef.
A bit of an underrated rivalry comes from a pretty level-headed season, with that being the rivalry of Melanie and Keisha from season 12. After standing up to be the leader in episode 6, Melanie's performance at the helm was mediocre at best, with Keisha being very much against her being the leader in the first place. And yet despite her meh performance, Melanie once again stepped up at the Pizza Reward Challenge the following episode, when she chose to sit out Keisha and Bev's pizza, which cost the red team the challenge, once again infuriating Keisha. The two had a couple of other altercations throughout the season, mostly being started by Keisha, who again, was not a fan of Melanie, as she believed she wasn't as good as she thought she was.
Look, you guys.
Melanie lift up the garnish that we had on our pizza and turn her nose up like she smelled.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, that's fine. Of course, I knew that was gonna happen.
No, don't worry about it.
Melanie, well, I'm just gonna say what I got to say. I'm so tired of your attitude, because you literally picked up our pizza and turned your nose up. But at the end of the day, you went down the line and picked what you thought.
1, 2, 3.
And then everybody just run with it.
It's like, hurry up, ladies. Somebody had to make a decision.
No!
If you really think that your dish is the bomb, then you need to be loud enough so that we can all hear you. So I don't really feel too bad.
Melanie's standing next to you.
I asked if she bagged off.
I just tried to take your lobster tails and you took them away
Oh
from me.
my God, hey, we've just started service. What did I say about you two working together?
I just wanted that. You're like, I got it.
No, I didn't. You bagged off and left. Bitch, you was a lie. You got him looking at me like I'm a lie.
I want to help her. I said it. I don't know why she threw me under the bus on that one, but she's crazy.
But Melanie, you let my dish sink because you didn't want to get blamed for him.
It was your time to lead. That's what the point is.
Would have never left
I
you.
didn't leave you.
Yes, the you did. Yes, the you did.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. You did. That's all you did was stand there. You didn't want to do it because you didn't want to get from Chef Ram.
Can I have a second, please?
I don't give a if you talk again or not.
Okay, then I don't have an excuse then.
Okay, then. You don't.
Sorry.
Okay, in a discussion then.
So as you can see, there's really not been many male versus male rivalries throughout the years, as usually, that's when the one episode rivalries occur. So I'll throw in a bit of a forgotten male rivalry coming from season 16, as we saw the nasty Andrew get into it with the likable Devon, one of the only good blue team members that season. I'm not sure what sparked it, but the two clearly just didn't like each other, and took jabs at one another in basically every episode before Andrew was switched to the red team. Again, even good old Southern boy Devon can only handle so much.
Who's the other?
Andrew.
Hold on. He squeezed dressing out of the South into a quart.
Andrew had a big up on the scallops. He was like a deer in the headlights on that station.
I'm one of the strongest chefs on the blue team. There's no way in hell I am going up in front of Chef Ramsay. Are you kidding me right now?
Who would you put up?
I'd rather it be Devon going up. Devon's slipping through the cracks. He's out of his league. You know, we're in the NBA, he's still in the D League.
I've been in the dining room all night while you are up and not communicating in the kitchen.
Dev, all I needed was
you're
veg,
putting
bro.
up steak.
Really, one? I had one steak. I had one
steaks, man. Andrew never wants to take responsibility for anything.
I understand garnish is hard. At the end of the day, what is it though? Yes. It's vegetables!
The difficult part was, recooking the garnishes for fish all night and undercooked meat.
What's the matter, Andrew?
You know what, Chef? If I make a mistake, I'm gonna own up to it.
I get one hiccup on garnish on a few different things, and I'm the weakest chef here. I think that's
The line is not screaming back and forth. Back up,
That's not
man.
always the case,
Yeah, I
man.
agree. I don't think that's always the case.
That's not always the case.
I think they're better than everybody else, and that is Paulie and Andrew. And I don't know why.
Communicate with respect.
I'm from Philly. I'm loud. I'm boisterous. That's how I am. You can't handle me yelling at him, then get the out.
But we finish off with a rivalry that would begin in literally the episode 1 Signature Dish Challenge, and these two would have many battles throughout the season. To me, the most iconic rivalry in Hell's Kitchen history is Susan versus the Lamb.
Now, first off,
Yes,
how
chef.
many fingers have I got up?
5.
So you're not blind. I can see from here that your lamp is absolutely raw. Are you seriously trying to kill me? Do you want to go home right now?
I can't wait to redeem myself for the royal screw-up that I did with my signature dish and the raw lamb.
Hey, with the entree. Behind you.
That's raw.
That's raw. Who sent me raw lamb on the signature dish? Who was that?
Me, chef.
It's a joke for you, isn't it?
Not a joke at all, chef.
So what's that then?
It's raw lamb.
All of you, get out. Get out.
Susan is hoping that she has finally nailed a lamb dish.
There's something about you and lamb. Fortunately, the lamb is raw.
Praying to the lamb gods. Please let this lamb be cooked.
Behind you with lamb, chef.
Susan,
Yes, chef.
they're beautifully cooked.
The lamb is perfect, finally!
So there you have it, guys, my picks for the greatest and most iconic rivalries in Hell's Kitchen history. Let me know which rivalry you're most invested in the comments below, and be sure to hit that subscribe and like button for more fun HK content like this. With all that said, take care everyone, and I'll see you next time.
Get out of here.